'Cause sometimes the rain comes to grow the flower, sometimes the rain comes to drown it up. We must seek comfort from our Creator.
What it do, baby? Hey guys, welcome back to or welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and turn on your post notification bell right there at the very bottom. So before we dive into this video, I'd like to acknowledge all your subscribers. Guys, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Your subscription means a lot to me. So I have a few questions written in here. I'm going to randomly pick 5 questions and I'm going to answer. So let's dive right into this video. Whoa. So the first question, so by the way, I'm going to do it like so. When I take a question out and read it, I'm going to put the paper aside so I don't put it back in there. You get what I'm saying? If you won $1 billion, what would you do with it? Honestly, I would open an orphanage. I'm sure you guys know this. Like, I remember there's one time we did a video with Wuya, a Q&A. And I think I was asked the question, if I won $1 billion, I don't know, guys, go back to that video. I'm gonna put the link somewhere in the description box or in the information tab over there. So yeah, I would open an orphanage, take care of kids. The second question, let's pick it out. Who is your favorite musician and why? I don't really think I have a favorite musician at the moment right now. Why? Because there's so many talented artists out there and whatnot. But Kim Walker-Smith is forever a favorite because the woman can sing. Next question. What's the nicest thing someone has ever done for you so far in your life? What's the nicest thing? What is the nicest thing someone has ever done for me? I think the nicest thing is someone acknowledging my presence and acknowledging that I've made a difference in their life. And ever since I entered their life or came to their life, it has changed, it has evolved. They're not the same person. They actually learned something valuable from me and they actually grew from it, you know. So yeah. Question number 4. During your high school, have you ever had your notebook stolen, and if yes, tell us how it happened. Well, I was in the 12th grade and it was like 1 month before we started writing final exams, right? And we had just had history class, and mind you, history is so bulky. So we had just had history class, and then I had put my notebook under my desk, and I started talking to my friend. I was talking to my friend. When I had turned talking to my desk mate, this guy in my class decided to nab my book. Let me stop using screw English, LSK English, XA English. So this guy decided to grab my book and he walked out of class. So when I turned and I looked for my book, I couldn't find it. I looked high and low. I looked around. I asked my friend, have you seen my book? Did anyone pass here? And everybody was like, no, we didn't see nothing. And I was like, oh, hell no. Because I used to write my notes in history. Like, I had all the notes. I'm one person who used to write all the notes in class. So someone saw it fit to steal my book. This guy took it to the 8th grade and gave it to a guy in that class to keep the book for him. So I had complained about my book and how much I wanted my book. I went to the principal and told the principal my book has been stolen. da da da. I went to head teacher, my book has been stolen. And then he came, gave the class a pep talk about people who steal books because they hadn't been writing notes all these years, and they had just been playing in class, always losing books and whatnot, just being careless with their books, you know, not wanting to write notes. And so I'm complaining to this guy in the 8th grade, and he tells me, your book is covered like this, like that, right? Yeah, this guy from your class came and gave the book to this guy. And I was like, oh!
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
Okay. At that point in time, they knew they messed up. I went back to the head teacher and told him, this is what happened. This person told me this person stole my book. So the head teacher called the guy, asked him 3 times. The guy said no. The first time, did you get Maunda's book? No. Did you get Maunda's book? No. Did you get Maunda's book? No. Then the teacher asked him again, the 4th time, and he's like, yeah, I took the book. The head teacher was pissed. He was like, you're making me look stupid. I asked you a question. Did you take the book? You could have just told me the truth. And he decked him, like, smacked him, like, like, where's her book? Give her back her book. And that's how they called the guy from the 8th grade. And he tried to hide it, and it was like, oh yeah, you're gonna be suspended or expelled if you don't, like, tell the truth. And that's how he told the truth, and that's how my book was returned. Thank you. Next question. Explain a time you cried when you shouldn't have. Whew. I have a lot of those moments actually. But the one that stood out is, so I have this friend, right? One of my guy friends. So he's like, oh yeah, I should take you out for lunch one day. And I was like, nah, okay, cool. And that's how he came and picked me up, and we went to have lunch, right? Yeah. So he asked me, he's like, what do you want? And I was like, nah, I don't know, I just want pizza. So we grabbed pizza, and he asked me, he's like, oh, you want to eat from here? And I was like, nah, why should we eat from here? Right? And he's like, okay, cool. And that's how we went to the car. We get to the car. This guy opens the door for me. Wait, I'm having a flashback moment right now. Right, so this guy opens the door for me when no guy has ever opened the door for me, you know? He opened the door for me, but that's not the part where I cried. Just hold on, okay? Hold that thought. So he opened the door for me, and that's the weird thing, because he had never opened the door for me before, right? So this day, we were walking from the pizza place to the car. And so we walking to the car. He was in front of me and I was behind him. And he had carried like the pizza. And all I did was carry the plastic with the drinks, right? So we're passing, and in front of us was parked a blue Vitz, right? And it came out a bunch of girls, right? Oh, some of them were dolled up and whatnot, and some of them were just like their normal like dressing or something like that, you know, something you wouldn't really wear like if you're going to like a party or an event, basically. You get what I'm saying? And he's walking, and these girls all look at him like, ooh, and you know, girls can stay, okay? So they look at him like, whoa. And I'm behind him, and I'm just walking and just wondering what is going on. It's like I passed, they couldn't even see me. Next thing I see this guy, instead of him going to the driver's door, he goes to the passenger's door, and he's opening the door, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, shh, just shh. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, no, just shh. And I was like, okay. And that's how he opened the door. And then I was like, why'd you open the door? I could have opened it myself. Then he goes like, just get in. I just wanted to give you the pizza. And I'm looking at this guy like, you know very well that you could have put the pizza in the back seat, right? But you just had to give it to me. And so he's like, oh yeah, I need to squeeze the kidney, I'll be back. And I was like, okay. And I stayed in the car, and he started like showering a little bit, like drizzling. And so I'm in the car, and then I get all in my feelings, like, really? Why would someone do something nice for me? You know? Like, why me? Of all the female friends he has, like, of all the friends he has, why me? Like, I stayed there questioning myself for some time. Next thing, my eyes are all teary, I'm all emotional in the car, and tears just started to run down my face. And I was like, oh my god, why would someone do something nice for me, you know? Like, this is really nice. No one has ever come with a genuine intention of doing something nice for me. This is what I'm talking about, my guy friends. Yeah. Like, doing something. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe I just liked him. Who knows? Because, like, my other guy friends would do stuff for me.
What's happening?
But it just never hit as much as it hit at that time. And so yeah, I stayed in the car and tears are falling down my face. And I was looking like on the left side, basically looking out my window, the passenger's window. And I was just thinking, so when I turn to look at the windscreen, and I see this guy coming.
Get you and me, it's time to boss up. Fix your credit, girl, get at it, get your bag up. Hit that gym and get back fine. Go get that degree, go girl, focus on me. Unlock potential.
And I was like, no, he can't find you like this. Next thing, this guy walks in. I looked the other way. He's like, you good? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, where do you want to go eat from? And I was like, I don't know. Next thing, we're driving to a park. And we just sat there and had our pizza, had a few talks here and there. And I caught him like trying to stare at me like twice. And I'm like, what? And he's like, nothing. I'm like, what? And he's like, nothing. And I was like, okay. And I tried to hide it from him for a very long time, until one day I just decided to tell him, oh yeah, you know what happened that day? This is what happened. But honestly, I feel like I shouldn't have cried, even though I did cry, because I don't know, it's something normal, you know? And maybe I've just met the wrong people, you know? So yeah guys, let's answer one last bonus question, because this question got me in my feelings so deep in my feelings. Let me see. So if you were granted an opportunity to star in a movie alongside an actor or actress, who would it be? I think I'd like to be side by side with Madea or Tyler Perry. Because, do I need to give a reason why? Because it's Tyler Perry, and I'm sure the movie would be amazing. So guys, we've officially come to the end of this video. If you have any questions, any queries, please let me know. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and turn on your post notification bell at the very bottom. Until next time, peace.